I'll tell you what I'm not going to discuss with you today.
What's that, Ralph?
Anything having to do with the Washington Redskins.
Yeah, it's a pretty dreary subject.
It is.
Let's stay off that.
Yeah, there's anything will be better than that.
Yeah, that team is pretty sick, and maybe they need Obama's health care. I don't think so. That's going to help, is it? But, Obama was talking about it this weekend on his regular Saturday radio address and video as well. And, he came into, we got to change the tone. He came into Washington and said, we got to change the tone. But Saturday, he was tooth and tongue against the health insurance industry and called their opposition to his plans and the information they're putting out in ads, as you know, they're bogus. They're waiving all these studies, don't believe them, and they're not telling the truth. But just went after somehow, this doesn't seem to be changing the tone. And then you had his political hatchet man, David Axelrod, whose White House advisor.
Is that a neutral
TV.
Term? Hatchet
It is
man?
a very neutral term,
okay.
Yes. He has a hatchet, he went on TV, and he went after the financial industry and saying it's just terrible how they are lobbying against the financial regulations that a lot of people think will hamstring economic growth and investment in the future. And Axelrod said they ought to stop this lobbying. Well, there's a clause in the Constitution.
He wants to hatchet the hamstrings?
He wants them to stop using that clause in the Constitution that says you have a right to redress and grievances.
That would be the First Amendment.
That would be, yeah. So what do you think of all this, Ralph? It just seems to me that this is not changing the tone about health care. It's going after the people that they say are the enemy, and that's the health insurance industry that polls show that majority of Americans think does a pretty good job. And going after the financial industry, which a lot of Americans have their money invested in. What do you think?
I think Obama's doing what he has to do. He's got to set up some villains and say, this is the enemy, not my health care plan, not my approach. These people are lying to you. He's doing what he has to do. Is it nice to watch? Is it fair? No. But that's politics. And that's politics in a democratic society, in a democratic republic.
I think you're right on that, but it's not changing the tone.
No, it's not changing the tone.